Hi everyone, this is Sir Christian, and for this video lesson, I'll be discussing the second part of our module to generate a business idea that relates with a career choice in computer system servicing. For the second part, I'll be discussing about SWOT analysis, business concept, and brand logos and their meanings.
Now let's go to SWOT analysis for new business. For any business to succeed, a connection with others must be built. The company needs to offer something others can't, or at least better than others can. That's why we have SWOT. Before offering a product or service, companies must position themselves. If no one knows the company exists, is it successful? Typically no. SWOT can help identify what is about a business that will attract people. SWOT analysis stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. It is a simple analysis but useful framework for analyzing your organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, as what the name implies. It helps you to build on what you do well, to address what you are lacking, to minimize risk, and to take the greatest possible advantage of chances for success. So SWOT analysis has 4 quadrants. First one is strengths. These are characteristics of a business which give it advantages over its competitors. So ang imong kung asa ka kusog or asa ang imong business nay advantage mo ni mga strengths. Unsay naa nimo nga wala sa uban or unsay imong gina-offer nga dili makita sa uban. And then we have weaknesses. Characteristics of a business which make it disadvantageous relative to competitors. Yung mga kahinaan or kakulangan unsay wala nimo nga katong uban ni mga competitors na sila gina-offer. And then we have opportunities, the third quadrant. These are elements in a company's external environment that allow it to formulate and implement strategies to increase profitability. So, kanina naman is sa external environment din siya. Ang opportunities, mga oportunidad or mga, let's say, mga events or unsa pa na gakatabo sa palibot or mga situations sa palibot or mga factors sa palibot nga imong magamit or pwede nimong magamit sa imong business para imong business is mo improve or mo grow. And the last quadrant, the fourth, is threats. These are elements in the external environment that could endanger the integrity and profitability of the business. So threats, mga hulga, things beyond sa imong company pod or I mean outside forces ni sila or mga nakatabo pod sa palibot nga pwedeng mahimong reason nga imong business is malkansi or malugi or mga possible reasons para imong business is mag-close or kang imong business is mag-incur og loss. These are the threats. So kani siya dapat imo ni siyang ma-address ang mga threats or ma-eliminate para imong business is sige-sige. These are some of the questions which can help us understand better what SWOT analysis is. The strengths, some questions are as follows. What do you do well? What unique resources can you draw on? What do others see as your strengths? Then weaknesses. What could you improve? Where do you have fewer resources than others? What are others likely to see as your weaknesses? Opportunities. What opportunities are open to you? What trends could you take advantage of? How can you turn your strengths into opportunities? Sa threats naman, what threats could harm you? What is your competition doing? What threats do your weaknesses expose to you? Para atong mas masabtan ang SWOT analysis, I'll give you a specific example og giunsa pag-apply ang SWOT analysis sa business. Kaya ang atong subject is computer system servicing. Para sa second quarter, I'll give you a specific example of SWOT analysis sa isa ka business nga related sa computers. And Ang atong example is SWOT analysis for an internet cafe. Take note nga kaning sa atong example is proposed business ni siya. Or kay nag-discuss na kaniha og mga concept development and considerations in selecting business idea. Ang atong internet cafe sa atong example is concept na siya or atong una nga proposed business. So wala pa siya ga-exist pero atong i-analyze sa ang atong strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats if ever atong i-pursue ang internet cafe as a business. So, strengths. Number 1, our internet cafe can offer food such as cupcake or pizza and drinks such as coffee, soft drinks, juice when customers feel hungry and thirsty. Number 2, air conditioning is available in our cafe. So no matter what the weather is, you still can surf the internet in our internet cafe comfortably and it can attract people. Number 3, in our internet cafe, you can enjoy the high-speed internet. People can download documents faster and gamers can play video games without a lag. Number 4, our internet cafe will have a VIP room so that we can attract people who want to do something together, like businessmen and students, without being noisy, and the VIP room will have additional equipments like a projector. Weaknesses. So, examples naman sa weaknesses para sa atong proposed internet cafe. Number 1, the scale of internet cafe is small. The cafe only permits 30 customers at the same time. Number 2, the target audience is limited and so it will affect the development of our cafe. Most of the people who are likely to go to the internet cafe are gamers. Number 3, the cost of computers, printers, fax machines, and other equipments will be high fixed cost and it cannot be avoided. Number 4, the opening time is limited because the shopping center will only permit the shop to be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it cannot be mitigated either. So kani mga factors or mga weaknesses, mga bagay nga dapat natong improve. So ang atong internet cafe kuno gamay lang siya, maka-cater lang siya sa 30 customers. Whereas ang uban nga internet cafe sa kapalibot is mas dako, maka-cater sila og doble sa 60 customers kay two-story internet cafe ang atong mga competitors. And then ang atong target audience is limited kay ang mga tao sa palibot mostly mga gamers or mga batan-on nga mahilig sa online games. Wala kayo mga young professionals sa palibot or mga estudyante nga gaduog research or school activities. And then also ang mga gasto sa computers, printers, fax machines is mahal, which is di nato ma-avoid kay maogi presyo sa mga suppliers. And also ang atong proposed internet cafe is located in the shopping center or sa sudot sa mall. So kung magsarado ang mall, sarado po nato internet cafe. Unlike sa ubang internet cafe nga naa sa gawas sa mall, makakontrol sila sang oras kung sa oras sila mag-open na mag-close. Ang iba ganit competitors nato is 24 hours ga-open. So sa atong example sa nga proposed internet cafe, these are the weaknesses or mga bagay nga dapat natong i-improve or atong mga kahinaan wherein mga disadvantages ni siya compared sa atong mga competitors. Opportunities. Number 1, the internet cafe is located near a train station and bus port with an ample parking space. The convenience of transport will encourage a greater market for our business. Number 2, the internet cafe is situated in a central location with a high population flow rate consisting of people shopping, interacting, eating, and relaxing. Number 3, the internet cafe can function as a relaxing location for shoppers to rest and converse or surf the internet after they have finished purchasing items from other shops. And number 4, the absence of official competition is a big opportunity. We will be the only business offering an internet cafe in our area. So, mauna siya ang mga opportunities sa atong proposed internet cafe. So, mostly ang mga opportunities as ang strategic location dito sa lugar. Kaya atong lugar, adaghang mga tao nga gaadtuhan ng area kay mag-shop or daghan sila daghan po mga business establishments nga nakapaligid sa area nga ginatuog mga tawo, chances are makita nila ang internet cafe or mo kuan sila, mo hapit sila sa internet cafe nato. Kaya ang atong internet cafe ga-offer mo product food. So aside sa mag-surf sa internet, pwede sila kakaon po sa atong nga internet cafe. So those are mga opportunities nga atong nga pwede nato magamit sa atong advantage para ma-improve para ang atong internet cafe is mas maka-attract pagyud or makakuha og customers. Threats. Number one, nowadays more and more people have laptops and smartphones which can access the internet. Number two, internet security is also a big problem because people will think the internet cafe is a public place with each computer being used by several different people. Number three, many people prefer to surf the internet in the privacy of their own home in a quiet environment which could threaten the business due to the public nature of internet cafes. And number four, updating software and hardware will cost a lot of money. So these are threats or mga hulga or mga factors nga pwede maging reason nga wala na mo ato sa atong internet cafe or dili ta kayo ka-attract og customers. Nowadays, due to the advancement of technology, dali na makakonect sa internet. Sa una, ang signal hinay pa or lisod pa magpatakod og internet sa inyong balay. Pero karon kasagaran sa tuwa, ana naman tayo mga smartphones and dali na kayo maka-mobile data. So no need na mo ato sa internet. So dapat kaning mga bagay or mga threats atong i-address ni siya para maka-device or maka-create plan kung unsaon nato pag-overcome ang mga threats kini. So, after performing SWOT analysis, we now go to business idea concept. A business idea concept is an idea for a business that includes basic information such as the service or product, the target demographic, and a unique selling proposition that gives a company an advantage over competitors. A business idea or concept may involve a new product or simply a novel approach to marketing or delivering an existing product. Basically, ang business idea or a business concept is something na naghahatag og basic information about our product or services. It includes information such as unsa gyud ang product or services nga atong gina-offer, kinsa ang atong target market or unsa ang atong unique proposition or unsa ang mga bagay nga atong gina-offer nga wala sa uban. Gina-highlight ni siya sa aton nga business idea or concept. To make things clearer, I'll give a specific example. Related ni siya sa atong proposed business ganiha nga internet cafe. After performing SWOT analysis, nakakam up ta sa business concept sa ato nga proposed internet cafe. So, mo na ang itong example. My business concept is called Christian's Internet Cafe. We are capitalizing on the cafe aspect of our business by allowing customers to utilize our internet cafe as a meeting place where they can socialize and work while eating. We shall provide food and refreshments to customers. Customers can also reheat their hot beverages and food in the microwave and enjoy beverages such as tea and coffee and soft drinks. Additionally, we will provide a VIP room that customers can book prior to arriving at the internet cafe. The special room will provide items such as a projector and additional printer and scanner. The VIP room can be used for instigating meetings, which may be favorable to students and employees in a business meeting, etc., or a private space for friends to gather and use the internet cafe for entertainment purposes, including watching films, playing video games, and so on. So, mo to example sa atong business concept for our proposed business ng internet cafe. So, after nato ma-perform ang atong SWOT analysis, nakakam up ta og business concept wherein gini-describe og unsa about ang aton nga business, unsa ang mga product or services nga atong i-offer, and unsa ang unique features sa atong internet cafe or business nga wala sa iba. So, nag-focus siya sa ato nga strengths and then iyang gi-specify kung unsa ba ang atong gi-offer, iyang gi-explain og klaro para mabalaan og usay nagka-unique nato compared sa atong mga competitors. Now we proceed to brand logos and their meanings. Brand logos are everywhere, on the clothes we wear, on the phones we use, and on the food we buy. We're surrounded with brand logos. But what we don't realize is that many of them have a deeply rooted meaning hidden in or behind the famous symbol. So, daghan gyud kayong mga logos nga atong nakikita sa palibot, especially sa mga brands nga atong gipalit. Sa nina, sa bisan sa food na ay mga logos, sa phones na ay logos, but wala tabalo nga kandiday sila na adyo ni sila na meaning dili ra pasagad og butang-butang og logo nga parang nanog ay tsada mo gud nawong ni mura ni akong ibutang. Most of these companies or most of the companies use or choose a certain logo or design a certain logo kay naa siya meaning, and that's what we are trying to see here. Tanaw na to ang mga some of the famous brands and tanaw na to unsay meaning sa ilang logo. Let's start with Apple. Rob Yanov, the designer who created the world-famous Apple company logo, has explained how he came up with the idea. I bought a whole bag of apples, placed them in a bowl, and spent time drawing them for a week, trying to break the image down into something simple. Taking a bite out of an apple was part of the experiment, and completely by coincidence, I realized that bite sounded exactly the same as the computer term byte. So, ang Apple is one of the famous companies around the world. Maker siya or siya ang company behind iPhones, MacBook, iPads. Daghan sila mga products nga sikat or ginatangkilik sa whole world. So, ang logo sa Apple is ang fruit ng apple and then may kagat. And yun ang designer na na-experiment siya sa paggama o unsa bang logo iyang gamiton para sa Apple na company. And then na-realize niya sang nampalit siya apple na fruit yung gikagat niya nga ang kagat dahil sa apple or ang kagat na bite, B-I-T-E is sounds exactly the same as the computer term byte, B-Y-T-E. So kay related ang kagat sa apple and ang computer term nga byte, BYTE, which is the basic unit of information in computer storage and processing, such as 1 terabyte, 1 gigabyte, 1 byte, iyan na lang gi-maintain ang mauni nga design. Apple nga fruit and may kagat, may byte. Next, we have Adidas. Actually, ang correct pronunciation niya Adidas. Ana-ana mo ba ito nga tawagon sa Adidas? Pareho sa Nike. Nike, mong na siya, hindi siya Nike. Pero may nato na andan. And usahay, kung ato i-pronounce o sakto nga pronunciation, kita pa o katawan. So ato na lang, bisang kabalo tato, kung sa ang correct pronunciation niya, ato na lang pagsagdahan i-follow ang andan nga pronunciation, which is mali. But this time, we'll follow the correct pronunciation, which is Adidas. The name Adidas is derived from that of its founder, Adolf Dassler. The company's logo has changed over time, but it always included 3 stripes. The current configuration is 3 stripes at an angle which together form a triangle. This symbolizes a mountain, which in turn represents the challenges which all athletes have to overcome. Next, we have Toyota. Did you know that the 3 ellipses in Toyota's logo include every alphabet of the company's name? At ang awagan ng logo sa Toyota. Kung imo shadaan ang certain parts, ma-spell out nimo ang Toyota nga word. Maka-spell out kag T-O-Y-O-T-A. Tanawa ang image o tanawa ang mga areas nga gi-shade imong makita. Na-spell out kidi ay ang Toyota nga word sa iyang logo. Pero kung tanaw na ito, mura pa tanaw. Kung sa kanin siya, mga circles, mga ellipses, mga siya. Oblong. Mura o design ra kay murag tsada tanawon. Pero wala ta kabalo nga ang meaning behind it niya is gi-spell out niya ang brand nga Toyota. Next is Hyundai. The H in Hyundai represents a handshake and is a symbol of customer trust and satisfaction. O Hyundai brand po sa sakyanan. Tanawa ang logo. Ang actual logo ya is murag letter H nga wala na mo pag sulat. Okay, ang H dapat ang tunga niya is straight line pero ang iya kay naka-slant man. Pero actually ang H di ay na dili siya pasabot nga ang H di ay ang meaning di ay sa H nga logo nga murag naka-slant is tuha di ay ka tawo nga ga-handshake. And ang iyang symbolize is customer trust and satisfaction. O di na siya letter H ra. Kuha di siya duha ka tawo nga ga-handshake tanawa ang picture sa ubos. Mao na siya ang symbolize sa Hyundai mao di ay nakaslant ang iyang sa letter H ang sa tunga nga linya is dapat straight lang iya kay nakaslant kay ga-handshake di na ang duha ka tawo. That's Hyundai's logo. So mobalik ta sa example nga akong i-present kaniya sa akong proposed business which is an internet cafe. So based atong na-discuss about branding and logo, akong butangag design gaman og logo ang akong proposed business. And ako sa pangalanganan as Christian's Internet Cafe. This is a logo for the internet cafe example that I presented a while ago. Notice the Wi-Fi icon stylized with spoon and fork to emphasize the dining aspect for this proposed business. So makita ninyo na ako'y Wi-Fi icon din ha. Then ang Wi-Fi icon akong stylean nga na is spoon and fork para ma-emphasize nga akong internet cafe dili internet service ang gina-provide. Na-provide with food para sa customers. And notice po nga akong gigamit na pangalan is dili internet cafe but Ethernet cafe. Combination siya sa two words, eat and internet. So gi-combine siya is it becomes Ethernet. Dagdag kaalaman kaning combination ani sa two words para maka-create og another word ang may meaning is portmanteau, spelled as Portmanteau. It is a word blending the sounds and combining the meanings of two others. Ang common example niya or one example of portmanteau is brunch, breakfast, and lunch. Also, motel, from the words motor and hotel. Muna siya, portmanteau. Now, here is an existing business related to computer system servicing. And their logo is a portmanteau of PC or personal computer and physician. That is a medical practitioner, doctor ba, physician. So, tanawa, gi-combine niya ang words nga PC or personal computer and physician, doctor. So, ang iyang pangalan sa iyang business is Physician Mac and Laptop Clinic. Ang logo niya is naay as laptop and then naaoy stethoscope ang ginagamit sa doktor para mabatian ang heartbeat. So, combination sa two words and then ang drawing po mismo is combination sa computer and sa doctor. So, physician. This is an existing business actually na located isa sa Iloilo. Atong nako sa Iloilo sa una, naguba akong computer, nagpaayo ko, nangita ko og computer systems services sa business nga makaayo og computer or laptops. And ako nakita ni ang business nga ni which is called Physician. And they have a very good service and ang ilang design or ang ilang logo is also related gid sa ilang business and tsada ang pagkahimo. And base sa atong na-discuss gani nga topic about key concepts of selecting a business idea, one of the considerations na discuss dito is, do you have the background and experiences needed to run this particular business? And also, another consideration discussed was, is the business in line with your interests and expertise? Sa example nga ni, sa existing business related to computer system servicing, ang business is called physician. Ang tag-iya ani is ang iya nag-graduatean sa college is IT, Information Technology. So, related good or inline sa iya nga background and expertise or in experiences. And syempre, sa iya, mga iya natapusan ng kurso, ang IT, interested or amo dyan niyang interest mga computers. So, iyang gipurso ang iyang interest and nagama siya og business related sa iyang natapusan nga kurso. Another factor na gidiscuss sa key concepts in selecting a business idea is how much capital is needed to put up the business. And related niya nga concept na is gidiscuss pod sa stages of concept development of a product is ang economic analysis. Perform economic analysis. So, basically, ang mga bagay nga ni is gina-consider ang imong nga capital or ang money nga needed para ma-put up ang business. Same sa business nga ni, ang physician, nag-invest gud siya sa iyang mga gamit para ma-put up ang iyang business. And ang needed niya nga mga gamit is yung maggamit sa iyang pag-ayo sa computers. So, iya nga gi-consider ang budget or ang capital or ang money para ma-put up niyang business. Nag-invest gid siya pahinay-hinay. So, nagama ang iyang mga sa una ang iyang mga gamit dili pa kayo daghan, and then gina-upgrade niya as time passes by. Gadugang siya sa iyang mga gamit, mga materials and equipments needed sa iyang business. Now, if I were to design a business logo related to computer system servicing, I'll have this design and I'll call my business as Mr. Computerific. Again, this is a combination of two words, computer and terrific. And notice sa akong logo or sa akong pangalan sa business na ay mouse symbol. Mouse sa computer. So, ang akong tagline is one click, multiple solutions. So, one click sa mouse, daghan kung solution nga ma-provide. And then, notice nga nagbutang po ko og akong nawong, and then na-screwdriver, which means kabalo kong magkulikot sa mga bagay-bagay sa mga computers para maayo na ko ang defective computers. And then, ang naapo ko'y cap or kalo, and naapo logo na mouse symbol. So, I personally designed this logo via Adobe Photoshop. The logo for this planned business has some meaning behind it. As mentioned, the business offers everything you need related to computers, from computer supplies to computer repairs. One click, multiple solutions, as the tagline says. So, dili ay computer repair ang ma-offer na ko. Pati ay mga computer supplies. Mao na siya ang meaning behind the tagline, one click, multiple solutions. I'm really hoping na maka face-to-face na soon para matudluan mo na ako og mga techniques paano mag-design og logo sa Adobe Photoshop. So, kung ano siya, related po niya sa atong subject na computer system servicing, but wala kaya ang atong subject again is exploratory pa man, wala discuss pa og actual hands-on about mag-ayo og computer for this exploratory stage or subject kay grade 8 pa man ta. Ang atong mga activities gamon kung maka face-to-face ta is paano explore sa different applications or software sa computer, and one popular application na ato yung magamit is ang Adobe Photoshop. Mag-edit tag mga photos, and then mag-design ng mga logos, mag-design ng mga tarpaulins, things like those. So kung maka face-to-face ta, ako mong tudluan og basic techniques in using Adobe Photoshop. Let us now check the actual module and look at the activities that we are required to answer or perform. let's skip the introductory parts and proceed to what's more. For what's more independent activity 1, directions. In a separate sheet of paper or in your notebook, list down all your observations for your business idea. Categorize your observations according to strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. After carefully listing them down, use the stated strategies to come up with a sound analysis, activities, and best business idea. So, ato na ning na-discuss ganiyang about sa SWOT analysis. So, you can replay or go back to my video discussion and check the parts wherein I discuss SWOT analysis. And for this activity, independent activity 1, you are required to perform SWOT analysis. So, in my case, I am requiring my students to list 4 factors or 4 entries under strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. 4 factors or 4 entries in each of the quadrant of SWOT. You are free to choose whatever business you have in mind and create a SWOT analysis for that business. Although our subject is about computer system servicing, since it is entrepreneurship based, we will not limit our options to computer system servicing only. So for this activity, you are free to choose any type of business, even if it's not related to computer system servicing. After performing SWOT for your chosen business, we have analysis. Now this is kind of vague because SWOT in the first place is already an analysis. That's why it's called SWOT analysis. But then, if I'm going to interpret what the module writer wants for this analysis, it could mean the reflection of the SWOT that you have just made. For instance, if most of your answers belong to the weakness and threats aspects, the question is, what will you do to eliminate or overcome them? That's what you're going to answer in the analysis. Also, now if most of your answers belong to the strength and opportunities aspects, what will you do to maximize the strengths of your business and take advantage of the external threats? Those are guide questions that you can use in order to fill up this analysis section. Then we have activities. In here, you can write about development schedule for your business with milestones for tracking progress. Say for instance, what are your plans or target for the first 6 months of operation? And then list the necessary resources and expenses to realize your target. Then we have my best business idea. For this, make a description of your business idea by answering the following questions. What product or service do you offer? What problem do you solve? Who is your target audience? How do you deliver? Why are you different? So some guide questions that you can use in order to answer this section, my best business idea. You can also look, or you can go back to my video discussion and look for the part where I presented an example of my business idea. Now we go to what's more independent assessment 1. Directions. Answer the following questions below. Write your answers in your notebook. So there is no wrong answers here. Just answer each question the best that you can based on our discussions, based on how you understand the topics that we have discussed thoroughly. For what's more independent assessment 2, directions. In a separate sheet of paper or in your notebook, develop your own concept of your product or service by using the figures on this page. Use bullets in every stage of product conceptualization and listing important key ideas. For this, you'll need to be specific in answering each stage of product conceptualization. Don't describe each stage, but list specific examples or responses that fit the specific stage. Say for instance, Stage 1. Identify customers' need. You can put internet cafe for students or coffee shop for young professionals or fitness gym for health enthusiasts. Usa ra ka answer kada stage. Pili ra og asa ka mo focus nga business. Then stage 2. Target specifications. You can answer this with internet cafe with affordable hourly rate of 15 pesos or coffee shop that is open 24 hours or fitness gym with gym instructor or trainer. Sa stage 3, analyze competitive product. You could answer this with internet cafe in the area only has 5 computer units and 30 pesos hourly rate. Or sa coffee shop, you can answer nga no coffee shop in the area, only a milk tea shop. Sa gym naman, pwede nimo mabutang nga the fitness gym in the area has no instructor or has limited equipments and so on. Basta focus ka lang on a particular business and then fill out each product conceptualization stage with specific example related to the business you have in mind. Then we go to what I can do. Directions. In a separate sheet of paper or in your notebook, draw a logo that you will use in your business. Provide a simple statement to describe your logo. So, dire, you draw or design your logo. Dapat related sa inyong chosen business. Take note that this business is a proposed business pa lang. Meaning, wala pa siya exist. So, dapat dili ka musuon sa logo sa ubang brands. You design your own unique logo. Akong gidiscuss kaniha ang brand logos and their meanings. You can get some ideas dito nga discussion. Then we have tagline. When it comes to marketing, a tagline is your business mantra. It tells people who you are and what you stand for in just a few words. The purpose of a tagline is to create a positive, memorable phrase that sticks in your customer's head and helps them identify your brand and your marketing message. For example, sa BDO or Banco de Oro, ang tagline nila is, "We find ways." Sa SM naman is, "We've got it all for you." Sa akong example ganihang computer repair shop, which I named Mr. Computerific, ang akong tagline is, "One click multiple solutions." So gamit ang mga examples nga akong na-mention, create a tagline nga related sa imong nga proposed business. Then we have assessment or post-test. This is a multiple choice test and all the answers have been discussed in the module and have also been explained in my video lesson. And that's the end of module 2. Generate a business idea that relates with a career choice in computer systems servicing.